Eric, being in an international city like Houston and in a suburb of that city that is very desirable, we've started to see, as you know, a lot of influx of international investment into this community and into Texas. A lot of that investment comes from South America, Mexico, and Europe. We do a lot of international business investment transactions, and speaking Spanish, as you do, we spend a lot of time doing some of those transactions in Spanish. It's a great growing part of our practice, and we really enjoy that cultural diversity to our practice. So Eric, talk a little bit about how we deal with the cultural differences of different cultures coming to the United States and to Texas to invest, and what that means to handling a transaction for an international client.
Great point and great question, Brett. And you're right. In the Houston area, with all the international business, specifically oil and gas, and even here in the Woodlands, you have a number of international companies that are represented here. Repsol, Swire, Oilfield Services, a UK company. And you're right, we have the experience and have had the opportunity to work with these companies. And I think that brings an interesting point. A lot of times it's not only knowing the law, but it's also knowing the culture behind it. And because we've had such a wealth of experience with international matters from Central and South America, a number of clients from Mexico, from El Salvador, from Venezuela, and then also in Europe. And we've had a number of clients from Spain, a number of clients from the Eastern Bloc. So it's given us a great rounding of opportunities to work with them. And I think the key point, as you mentioned, is understanding how that culture impacts the business. It's not just a matter of knowing the law, but it's also knowing a little bit about that client and that culture. Speaking Spanish fluently does help when we're working with our Central and South American clients. Again, it's a plus, but I think what really helps us, in addition to knowing the law, is having a good understanding of those cultures and that experience in working with them.
Excellent. In the investment area, we've seen recently in this area in Texas a lot of money coming from South America and Mexico. Talk about the potential issues that we have associated with foreign investors,
Sure.
Eric. I know you work a lot with those.
We do. We have a number of clients that are Central and South American, a number of clients, Mexican national clients, and it is because of the Patriot Act, because of a lot of the anti-terrorism legislation that's out, making sure that you're verifying those funds. And that's one of the things that we do, and we always advise clients are very diligent about seeking where those source of funds are. A majority of the times, those funds are legitimate, and the people providing those funds are legitimate. But it is critical, particularly for a U.S.-based company or a U.S.-based client who is getting investments from Mexico, from anywhere, Central South America, and even for the United States, for that matter, to verify where those funds are coming from.
So Eric, if you were to want to speak to our Spanish-speaking clients and talk to them about investment in the area in their native language,
Sure.
Here's an opportunity to give them that message. What would you say to them about coming to the Woodlands and about the Strong Firm?
Aquí en el Strong Firm somos abogados que tenemos la experiencia para trabajar en negocios y también si tienes un tienda, algo así, muy grande o pequeño, tenemos la experiencia aquí para trabajar con nosotros y también con cambios de banca, si estás comprando propia, puede ser comercial o también puede ser residencial, tenemos la experiencia para trabajar con eso.